Reminder to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the guild and the Discord while you're down there.
Hello people, and welcome back to News Review. This week the main card from the collab is Garou. They're only free cards, obviously no diamond cards, as those have already been revealed. But there's one collab card and 4 non-collab cards, which I find is kind of funny because we're still in the collab period. So first off is the collab card Garou. This is going to be a challenge mission card, Dark Human. I think this is going to be a bit of a meme leader because, it says here when the team has only Garou, then you get HP and recovery times 3, which is a sizable boost, and which means that you can put like 6 Garou in the team and get like a lot of stats, but that's all he has. It's just stats. It's attack, HP, and recovery. There's no sort of shield solving ability, no reinstant movement extension time, so, I think all in all this is just going to be a meme leader, or I don't even know if it's going to be usable as a meme leader. The active is kind of good though. CD6, for every group of attributed runestones dissolved, the character launches an extra attack with that attribute, as much as 1.5 times its attack, so the max 6 extra attacks for each attribute. For every group of heart runestones dissolved, it launches a non-distributive attack of the same attack power and the same maximum, which means that you could, combining some like skills that maybe extend the board, or change your dissolving, change the rules of dissolving, like you can dissolve like in a set of 2 or a set of 1. You could potentially get up to a lot of attacks with this guy, but I think that's not the main point, because you have to combine it with another skill. I think the main point of this card is that he is going to be able to do a quintet attack to break quintet attack shields, or just use heart runestones to bypass that altogether. There are a handful of cards for dark and human cards that can do quintet attacks, but he is the first dark human card that can do that, so it's quite unique. He also gives himself a hyper state if an enemy is defeated upon the turn that your skill is activated. He also comes with its own Dragonware. That's okay. Not very good. It's only for him, right? So, whatever. The event mission, I don't even know what this is. You won't get cards, though. It's just going to be like silver summon coupons on black keys. Everyone has enough black keys, and silver summon coupons just give you useless cards, basically. So, not much there. Moving on to the non-collab portion of the news, there's going to be a new ultimate card, Oliver Fire Elf CD7. The character launches 3 extra attacks, Water, Fire, and Earth respectively, as much as 2.5 times its attack, and then it also ignores Duet and Trio Elemental Shield. These effects stay in play, so it's a stat booster, and then you can deactivate it whenever you want, I believe. And then upon deactivation, you stun all the enemies to inactivate them, and then reduce the CD of Crystal Octavius by 2. This is an okay card. Stunning is pretty unique. I'm surprised that it's not the first elf card to stun enemies. The first is Boj, also an ultimate stage card. If you don't have him, grab Oliver, because you never know when the stunning skill might come in handy. Although it is rare, so that's why I put him at Get 1. Next is a new arena card, Lawson Fire Human. An arena super skill card, okay. Alright. So that means you have to feed 32 losses into or rather feed 31 losses into the 32nd, and then you can get him to max skill level. He's a Fire Human, CD6. His attack will be lowered to 0. This is also a stat booster. Team attack times 2, and then at the end of each round, turn runestones of a random attribute not of the members into heart. If there are 5 attributes in the team, then he turns heart runestones into runestones of the leader's attribute instead. This is a good way to get rid of heart runestones, I guess. I think the first one where he turns runestones of a random attribute not of the members into heart is it's not that useful, but turning heart into whatever your leader's attribute is actually kind of useful, because sometimes you want to get rid of heart. And I guess, you know, depending on your team comp, you could also control what kind of runestones he turns into heart. But I just feel like this is kind of like a weird active. Probably someone will come up with a way to, you know, utilize it if it's actually useful. But, you know, there's also a very good chance it's not useful at all. That's why I put them at get 1. These kind of like complex and niche skills usually get, you know, the get 1 treatment, because they often end up being kind of like they're too unique to use properly, right? He can be deactivated any time though. Reduces own CD by 2 and explodes 1 type of runestones that are most in number to generate enchanted human runestones. This may be another use case for him. You know, I don't think this card will be used like super often, but you know, probably gonna be used somewhere, just because of like how unique this skill is. Moving on to the Battle Pass card, Earth Human. Very exciting. Always love another Earth Human. Catherine, CD6. For round you get a time tunnel, and then after dissolving runestones, all runestones in the first batch will be adjacent according to their types. That basically means like all runestones will line up, like they will connect together. I'm not sure what this means. Like in actuality, they may connect like vertically, horizontally. This in theory gives you more sky drop, and also in theory, if the runestones, you know, drop in equal numbers, can let you basically dissolve like every kind of runestone in the second batch. I'm not sure how it will work out in actuality, because I think it will involve some degree of RNG in terms of what actually your sky drop consists of. This card could be very good, but I'll have to see when it comes out. I give it, you know, a little bit above get 1 because of that. And also, you know, time tunnel for Earth Humans is always appreciated, although at this point I think there's a handful, although not as good as like one like super old collab that gave you 15 seconds of time tunnel that I don't have, because, you know, I wasn't there for that. Next up is the last new card of the news, Armand Water Demon, CD6. Release the lock skills of the character, and only the character. Demon is suffering from a curse right now where they only get cards that unlock themselves and not the whole team for some reason. When you unlock the character, he enters the hyper state for 3 rounds. Turn Earth into Heart and Fire into Water, and then for 3 rounds the character launches 5 extra attacks. So basically unlock himself, give himself an insane attack boost, and convert some runestones into useful ones. I give him a get 1. Unlocking is, you know, pretty good, but I don't think this is just a pure attack boost card, right? So if you have nobody, or you know, if you're running like Azazel or something like that, might be a good idea to put him in. But well, it won't be used that often, I don't think. Moving on to the celebration events, rate up is from 13th to 16th. You know, if you're waiting to pull, that will be when you want to pull. This is the only rate up that's going to be in the collab period. Afterwards, there's not going to be another one. I will be pulling during this time. Hopefully, everyone gets something good. The challenge mission of Garou I talked about. The meteor special event I talked about here. There's not that much. There's not that much good stuff in here, to be honest. And then the returning ultimate stage will be Da Vinci, Fire Human. Not really that good. He was there when, like, I think the Full Metal Alchemist collab dropped, and that was relevant for that leader, and probably for that leader only, since nothing good has come out to complement his active ever since. There's also going to be returning bi-weeklies for those of you who want that. As always, Lionheart Martial Arts Hall and the Enchanted Painting have been going through the rounds. The Fire Dragon from Lionheart Martial Arts Hall is pretty good if you want that. And Tingui is also making a return, a past black gold card. Nowadays, I mean, if you have TryHardNinja, probably, like, I mean, you might want to pull from. He is a rune dragon, but TryHardNinja isn't like, he's not popular. I think he's still pretty good. and Chingwei himself has like kind of fallen off as a Dragon Leader, and Dragon Leaders as a whole have kind of fallen off. Like, I think Kohun is still perfectly usable, but Kohun does not need Chingwei, I don't think. Like, it is definitely not a requirement. So, if you don't have Chingwei, I mean, probably not a good idea to get him right now. Probably a better idea to save your diamonds for whatever future black card comes, or even like even Saitama is probably better, even though I've said before that I don't think he's worth 200 diamonds. But that is it for this week's news review. If you like this, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments down below, and if you like this in general, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. See ya.